Hello everyone, welcome to another video. For today, we have this interviews with the Straw Hats. Thanks to this Reddit user by the name of Gororar Gororar. I think that's how you say his name. If I butchering your name, I'm sorry. But he was kind enough to go ahead and collect some written interviews. Uh, let's just go by one and see what each of them have to say. I'm really interested to see how, especially Zoro, how do you do three sword style in real life? But I'm leaving that one for last because that's the one that I'm most curious and excited for. Let's start with Inaki and see what he said in his interview. For the first part of Inaki's interview, that the interview from Gamesradar asked him, how you pitch such a show to people, and he's basically was just saying that he wants people to everybody from your grandpa, your grandma, your dog, your goldfish, your hamster, your next door neighbor. He wants everybody to know One Piece. And I think that's really cool, and he also wants to honor Oda. Uh, he thinks how you pitch it is by telling people like the show has so many iconic and powerful moments, and I agree. I agree. One Piece is one of those shows where even if you don't like the art style, even if you hate the pacing of the anime, the moments of One Piece where the build up and then the payoff to the moments is absolutely insane. Like One Piece is definitely worth it. No matter what media you're trying, anime or manga or the live action soon, hopefully TM. But he was basically saying it's One Piece is special because of those powerful moments. I gotta say, Anaki sounds like Oda or whoever casted Anaki. It really seems like they got the right person. From the next part in the interview, he was basically asked, how do you deal with the pressure of being Luffy, one of the most popular anime, characters, because the anime is like widely popular. Like, how do you deal with that pressure? Was there ever a moment like, oh God, how do I have this? And he basically was like, yeah, it's a ton of pressure and a ton of responsibility, because you have the weight of the fan expectations on your shoulders, and you also have the weight of Oda. He's been working on this for like 20 years. The manga. I didn't know he was working on. Oda started this since he was 17. That part I didn't know. But he basically said, even though it's a ton of pressure, to do right by Oda, the fans, and Luffy's voice actor, uh, Mayumi Tanaka. Uh, he was basically saying that one lesson that he learned from watching One Piece is that even though things are challenging, even things are tough, you just gotta push through it, have fun. Uh, even though there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of love and 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 fun to be had going through the whole experience of becoming Luffy for live action. So that's how he dealt with the pressure. Just try to have fun, enjoy the moment, and understand that even though it's tough, he gets to be part of something so massive and incredible. The next question was how do people why are people like drawn to Luffy? And Inaki has a really good, especially with the upcoming episode of the anime. Uh, he gives a really good response. He basically says the reason why people are drawn to Luffy, both in real life and in the manga anime, is because Luffy is about freedom. Luffy is about being whoever you want to be. It doesn't matter what it is, people have like in real life, everyone tries to put shackles on you, say you can't do this, you can't be that, you can't dress that way, you can't talk that way. Luffy, people are drawn to him because Luffy's like, just be you, be happy. As long as you're not taking anyone's freedom, You just be yourself and and be free, be happy. Uh, as long as you're not affecting anybody, just enjoy your life, be happy. I think that's what's Luffy's main draw as a character, as a main character. Uh, he represents freedom, and in this story, like it could have been anything else. It's just that I think pirate, and this is my own. He didn't say this is my own interpretation. I think being Luffy being a pirate is like probably one of the most free jobs ever. Basically, you get to just do whatever you want, go on the sea and explore, and you don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about taking care of a kingdom and all this crazy stuff. So Naki gave a really good response in that one. And of course, at the end, he said, uh, he said Luffy also has a beautiful smile, which is it was pretty funny. This part of the interview, he was basically asked, how do you act as a guy that can that his body's made out of rubber and your body's not made out of rubber? How do you act like that? And Nagi just says, I'm an actor. That's basically like what he's saying is I'm an actor. Sometimes I have to act like an animal, or sometimes I have to do crazy stuff with my body. I just imagine it and then I just do it. And he also says he references the anime, which is really cool. That he references the animation, how long the animation takes, the little movements and stuff that Luffy does in the anime. And he also gives mad props to the stunt team, telling them that they do a great job. That the he pretty much does all the stunts himself, and then the stunt team will come and tell him, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. So it's a combination of him being an actor and imagining, the punch in his head, and then also the stunt people coming and helping him if he's not doing it exactly right. For the next two questions, he just he got kind of he gave kind of a troll answer. Uh, he was basically asked who's the strongest character in the Straw Hat crew, and he said which was the right answer. Uh, God the Usopp. If you know, you know. Uh, I love this crew so far. This crew they give this just the perfect fan response. They actually seem like they're passionate and fans of the show. The interviewer asks them basically what makes One Piece so endearing, and Inaki again giving a great answer. I don't know if they were written beforehand his answers, or he's just this big of a fan, but it's actually insane. I think he might just be a big fan. He basically said that the reason why One Piece is so endearing is because it has so many subjects and themes, from slavery, war, racism. It, but you also, counter that with joy, friendship. Every island, every arc is basically like a different theme or different thing they're doing. That's how they kind of keep people's interest and keep everybody, glued to it. Is that One Piece pretty much it just keeps it fresh by make sure every new arc or adventure it has something interesting, compelling, and amazing new characters. For the last two questions, he gave the perfect answer. Inaki, my man, he was asked what was his favorite arc, and he picked the right answer. He said Annie's Lobby, which if you've seen Annie's Lobby, you know that speech. Oh, that's still to this day my favorite moment in One Piece. And it's the moment that made me go from liking One Piece to loving it. That Annie's Lobby, that speech, if you know the speech, you know, uh, it's so powerful. The build up, the leading, and then you think about everything that happened up to then, and it was just perfect. He also says he really enjoyed the Foxy arc, where I'm not gonna lie. I skipped the Foxy arc, so I don't know. Maybe I would love it. He says it's really funny, but I kind of just like skipped it for whatever reason. I'm not sure. I think I skipped it because I found out it's not canon or it is canon or something like that. I don't remember, but it was a long time ago. um, and he pretty much said, for the last question, he was like, "What is what do you want people to take away from live action show?" And he pretty much just said, "It's okay to be inspired about your dreams and to follow it." He wants people to be entertained. All in all, this is a pretty great interview. The more and more I find out about the cast of the Straw Hats, honestly, they seem like really really cool people. These are interviews, of course, but I still feel like they gave off their responses gave off that they're actually fans and passionate about the source material. Like they're actually not just doing it for a paycheck basically. Maybe some of them are, I don't know, but at least Inaki, he seems like a really cool guy. He really seems like he's uh, a fan of the source material, and man, I really hope we get to Eni's lobby, please.